Bragi Dash Pro remote headphones review. Setting up this newly discovered market for really remote earphones, Munich-based organization Bragi was one of the pioneers to enter it back in late 2015 with its crowdfunded set, just named the Dash. Since at that point, we've seen a few organizations immerse the space with their own particular offerings and moving the fragment to a wide range of headings. Some of these movements were great, some awful. However, the development has been obvious since the principal cluster of remote earphones turned out. After 2 years, we're trying out Bragi's most recent item, the Dash Pro, which is a yearning push to convey the most shrewd and propelled combine of really remote earphones. Would they be able to meet the exclusive standards that they set? Seeing the Dash Pro out of the blue, we really wanted to imagine that their plan is more or less traditional, yet you could contend that Bragi was first to utilize this specific outline dialect with the first Dash. Utilizing shiny plastic and this delicate touch material with its development, it doesn't especially put on a show of being premium as you'd expect for a couple costing over $300. In any event, however, the earphones feel determinedly developed in spite of their non-exclusive looks. Like different earphones we've looked at, similar to the B and Obia Play 8 and the Celesti XS, the Dash Pro are planned with a restricted end that goes in the ear, while by far most of the lodging lays tenderly outwardly of the ear. Is it true that they are as discreet looking as some different alternatives we've seen? Not so much, however. In any event, they don't have all the earmarks of being prominent. Using this specific plan, Bragi's headphones are most appropriate for the individuals who expect on utilizing them for easygoing music tuning in. Promoted as a dynamic style combine of genuinely remote earphones, one that highlights an IPX7 rating, the Bragi Dash Pro are waterproof in 1 meter of water for up to 30 minutes. In any case, the attack of the earbuds doesn't really make them perfect for practices that include dynamic development, for example, running on the treadmill. That is on account of, much like alternate earbuds that execute comparable plans, they turn out to be free after some time because of dampness. The included silicone fit sleeves encase the earbuds in a rubbery cover, giving expansion bolster in the ear, yet the downside in utilizing them is that its sound execution turns out to be thin and light. For all the cash being spent on the Bragi Dash Pro, we were seeking after something more practical with the battery charging case. In all honesty, it's somewhat inconvenient looking, expecting us to slide off the metal lodging to uncover the compartment. Most exceedingly bad, yet the attractive association here doesn't generally ensure protected bowl, so there have been a few times when we took the headphones out expecting full charges. However, we discovered one earbud charged and the other not. Programming and functionality. Keeping in mind the end goal to take Finnish preferred standpoint of every one of its highlights, you'll need to download the Bragi application for iOS or Android. We utilize the last mentioned, since we match them to a LG V30. Out of the container, the earbuds naturally put themselves into blending mode, so getting them associated was simple. Concerning the application, not exclusively does it give us instructional exercises and media playback controls, for example, volume modification and enacting its different sound straightforwardness modes, yet it likewise goes about as a wellness application of sorts. Joining all the different sensors in the earbuds, exercise information is recovered and recorded. Contrasted with other full highlighted wellness applications, Bragi's understanding is somewhat rudimentary as we would see it, giving the minimum necessities, for example, normal heart rate, steps taken, and rhythm when cycling. In spite of that, you could state that the aspiring methodology in conveying a comprehensive involvement with the Dash Pro is certainly calculable. Genuinely, however, we need to concur that the Dash Pro is a standout amongst the most developed and savvy genuine remote earphones we've looked at so far. Its armory likewise comprises of these sound straightforwardness modes that permit surrounding foundation sound to enter the earbuds and are then increased to give us that Superman-like hearing. Over that, there's a collection of touch, head, and development-based motions that truly enhance its usefulness. We'll grow more upon these in the controls segment of this survey. At last, there's likewise this ongoing interpretation include utilizing the Outsider application, iTranslate. This, basically, enables a man to address a telephone running the application, which at that point makes the interpretation and sends the sound transcription to the earbuds. In fact, this isn't a selective component to the Bragi Dash Pro, however it's regardless quite flawless that somebody can talk in a remote dialect and you can understand what they're expressing. Profound gratitude to the interpretation. What's more, it works rather well, as well. Network. The Bragi Dash Pro use Bluetooth 4.0 with its availability. When all is said and done, the set figures out how to remain associated with our cell phone, however we did in any case encounter some dropped, spotty associations. Gratefully, the issue isn't successive to the point of being irritating, yet at the cost you're paying, we would expect downright flawlessness. Testing them out in open spaces, we figured out how to get similarly as 25 feet before a regular network wound up unavoidable. Inside, it performs in an indistinguishable limit from others we've gone for. The genuine trial of its network, obviously, identifies with how well it oversees inertness. Luckily enough, we're upbeat to report that there are no issues at all with watching video, as the sound and video are in a state of harmony to each other.